At 10:35 a.m., Russian reconnaissance drones set out to locate Ukrainian UAV control points. This is because Russian armored vehicles have launched another attack and are determined to capture key positions this time. 2 Ukrainian UAV operators were detected moving in the direction of Kupiansk. These operators were planning to establish a new control center. The newly established UAV control point was revealed. Russian armored vehicles are advancing rapidly, and the UAV control points must be destroyed immediately. To this end, the Russians dispatched a fiber optic cable drone loaded with heavy ammunition. With a precise strike, the first control point collapsed. In the second attack, another UAV control point was targeted. The same Russian operators dispatched another FPV drone. After a precise strike, the ammunition exploded and the UAV control point burned down. Ukrainian UAV operators who were hit at the control point were spotted fleeing in a pickup truck. The Russian operator flew decisively toward the pickup truck. One of the 2 Ukrainian soldiers managed to jump out of the vehicle at the last second. More activity was detected in the direction of Kupiansk. Ukrainian infantrymen hid in a basement to escape the Russian drones. Shortly thereafter, Russian drones arrived to attack, and after a series of strikes, the basement collapsed. Ukrainian UAV operators are deploying new FPV drones to attack Russian armored vehicles. Russian FPV drones are conducting reconnaissance in the sky without pause. All enemy UAVs in the air and on the ground are being destroyed. At the same time, the antennas of enemy UAV operators are also being destroyed. On the other side of the front, an enemy vehicle transporting supplies to positions in a buggy was hit. The infantryman appears to have not survived this attack. If he had turned the vehicle in the other direction, he might have sustained only minor injuries. But he turned the vehicle directly toward the drone's approach. An inevitable outcome. On this side of the front, a Ukrainian forces shelter was detected and struck. The infantrymen whose shelter was destroyed were forced to go outside to find another safe place. Their movements were detected shortly thereafter. They were trying to hide, but it is no longer possible to hide from Russian operators. The vehicle carrying 4 Ukrainian infantrymen advancing on an ATV was destroyed. Now they have to walk. A Ukrainian pickup truck delivering supplies to the position was spotted. Some things are invisible in the darkness of night. As in this video, the UAV operator thinks there are no obstacles ahead and flies towards the enemy infantry, but the FPV drone gets caught in a net and crashes. The enemy infantry probably suffered no injuries. Ukrainian UAV operators plan to attack Russian armored vehicles with a Baba Yaga UAV. Within a short time, the enemy UAV was found in the air and destroyed before it could even launch its first attack. Temporary gathering points and depots of Ukrainian forces in the Sumy region were destroyed by 2 precision strikes from the Air Force. The destruction footage was objectively verified. These attacks resemble guided missile strikes. Russian reconnaissance drones again revealed another temporary gathering center in Sumy. The same Air Force destroyed enemy positions as a result of precise calculations. Multiple guided missiles struck different targets. A Ukrainian Armed Forces Panthera T-6 armored vehicle was destroyed near Nikiforovka by KVN's fiber-optic FPV drone attacks. In the Martinovka area of the Kharkiv region, the 245th Regiment of the Sever Group and the Akhmat Special Forces Unit used FPV drones to locate and eliminate an enemy Crab self-propelled gun. Here is another selection of footage from one of the Russian Armed Forces' most effective UAV units. The video shows Ukrainian Armed Forces personnel, transport, and communications equipment being destroyed in the Sumy region. It also shows the destruction of a Ukrainian Bodana self-propelled gun near Stetskovka. In the Kharkiv region, a drone strike by the 41st Airborne Brigade destroyed a Ukrainian Armed Forces shelter. The entrance area was hit directly, causing the entire structure to be demolished. FPV drones destroyed 4 Ukrainian pickup trucks within a short space of time. Then other attack drones arrived to search for the crew and capture the men. Russian UAV operators are improving their skills every day. Sumy region, another shelter for Ukrainian forces, has been destroyed by an FPV drone strike. A self-propelled howitzer firing in the direction of Sumy was hit by a Russian drone. The artillery crew fired at the drone but failed to shoot it down. A single drone attack destroyed the artillery weapon. A Ukrainian armored infantry vehicle was destroyed by a Russian drone while loading. Ukrainian infantry heard the drones buzzing in the last seconds and managed to escape the drone attack. However, the armored vehicle was not so lucky. It burned. On this side of the front, a Ukrainian temporary assembly point emerged. Drone operators deployed powerful and heavy FPV drones. Within a short time, the FPV drone completely destroyed the house. The infantrymen whose house was destroyed took cover in another ruined house, but that was also hit by the drone. A group of Ukrainian infantrymen walking in open terrain panicked after hearing the buzz of a Russian drone, and everyone scattered. They looked for a safe place to hide, but there was nowhere. The battle in Pokrovsk continues with full force. Another position belonging to Ukrainian forces was identified. The coordinates were calculated. A Molniya-2 kamikaze UAV was prepared for the first strike. The Russian operator carried out an accurate strike. The artillery unit also fired a shot, but missed.
Цели готов! Орудие! Выстрел!
Preparations were made for the second Molniya-2, and it scored a direct hit. A second artillery shot was fired and hit its target. Then drone attacks began one after another, and the position was completely destroyed. Another armored personnel carrier going to drop off infantry in Sumy was destroyed. Russian soldiers fired anti-tank mines at Ukrainian positions from close range. The shelters were destroyed. An enemy drone came to stop the Russian soldier, but he destroyed the drone in mid-air. Then he continued on his way. Soldiers from the Russian armed forces continue to evacuate civilians from Dimitrov. I will share any new images I find with you. Robots serving Russian soldiers. The Russians are actively using the courier robot platform to deliver food and ammunition to troops on the front line, and images like these are rarely shared. An American M119 howitzer had been set up in the garden of a house. Although it was well camouflaged, this did not escape the attention of Russian drone operators. Following several attacks, the howitzer was destroyed. 8. UAV operators from the Guard Combined Arms Army destroyed a Ukrainian Armed Forces Leopard 1A5 tank in the Nikolaipol region after conducting reconnaissance with Lancet loitering munitions. The Zala Z-16 944 motorized artillery regiment later discovered the target. This precise strike destroyed the enemy's valuable equipment, reducing its armored capabilities.